Ron, how big of a deal is having Kevin OConnell there for Kirk Cousins, especially at this point in his career? People either I don't know if he's like a love or hate thing with Kirk, but people don't trust him, I guess, as much. Is that trust, you think, continue to build with Kevin OConnell there?
Well, I mean, I played in the Arena Football League for a little bit too, and I had Jay Gruden as my coach. Jay Gruden had Kirk Cousins with the Washington football team. I heard something though, like we can't say NFL, right? Or am I allowed to say
You
just can't say
you
it?
can say anything you want. Yeah,
can.
we cannot.
Because I got a Vikings like Unreal shirt on, so I didn't know if I need to put a piece of tape over the logo for your show today. I wasn't sure what the rules about logos.
Yeah.
That's it, because you work for the Vikings. That
Correct.
would be a Vikings thing, but it's on our.
Cover the logo.
Oh, I don't know. Hey, I'm thankful that it's not on camera because we'd be putting a real fucking
It's low.
conundrum.
Yeah, the logo is low. I kept it low, so I didn't want anybody bleeping me out or sending me a pink slip to my locker.
Smart, man.
That's a good
But there's
idea.
the thing about
Smart,
Hey, you
Ron.
never know. There's the thing about the Vikings when you think about where they are in Kevin OConnell. You go back to Kirk Cousins, who he's had as a head coach. Nobody ever really trusted him. That's where the "you like me" came from. That or "you like that" came from. Pierre Garçon was on my show yesterday, and he talked about that too. Like Kirk, when he did that moment, that was a like "fu" moment, but that's Kirk's way of doing it. He's never gonna curse anybody out. And then fast forward to Kirk Cousins going off about somebody missing a route. Normally, Mike Zimmer would have stood on the sideline, dealt with the defense. Kirk would have had to figure it out for himself. Well, Kevin OConnell comes over, sits down Kirk, grabs that tablet, says, "Hey, look, we're going to get this together." Fast forward to the Arizona game, 17-14. Kirk throws a 50-50 ball to Justin Jefferson and makes a catch. So that's just Kirk having a coach teaching him to trust the receivers, trust the process. Don't be afraid to make a mistake. And I think that's the key. He has a coach that trusts him. I mean, Kirk Cousins years ago would have never put on diamond chains on a plane with his teammates, and now he's doing it for social media. He doesn't care what the people think. He's got the T-shirt tucked into the sweatpants, full dad mode. But hey, if one of his teammates wants him to have fun, he's going to have fun. I think that's what we're seeing.
How about Kirk Cousins coming into his own? Little Kirko's doing his thing this year. Offensive-minded coach, somebody that seems to believe in him. Kwesi now kind of took a shot at him first day of training camp. Happy they've got past that. Seems like the culture's being built well. Pierre Garçon is an absolute dog. I was lucky to be his teammate. What up, Zoe? Darius Butler has a question for you, Ron.
Hey, Ron, we had a conversation before the season, I believe, about Kirk and kind of where he ranks amongst quarterbacks. And you've been around this team for a while now, and obviously you guys are off to a hot start. But do you think Kirk can take this team to the promised land this year and Kevin's first year as a head coach?
Well, I said it out the gate. Shannon Sharp came over the top with a Pat McAfee elbow across my head on Twitter.
I like that.
And tried to point out 10 quarterbacks he thought. Because I said, find 10 quarterbacks that you would take over Kirk Cousins right now. And this was the start of the season, not 6-1 before. He put Kyler Murray in there. I wouldn't do that right now. He put Russell Wilson in there. I wouldn't do that. And so I still believe what I said during training camp. Kirk Cousins, to me, the thing about a quarterback that can take a guy to the Super Bowl or to the NFC Championship game is when it gets down to it, when the bullets are flying, you need a coach to get your quarterback going. And that's where I think the Vikings against the Eagles, even though the Eagles beat the crap out of them, they struggled there. The quarterback there's no way you drive down and you score the first touchdown and you never touch the end zone again. It's got to be something on the offense. And so when you look at that now, you have a guy like Kevin OConnell that can keep Kirk ready to go. But I think Kirk can make all the throws. You look at the pre-snap ability now. Like I was with the coaching back when I think, Pat, you might have been a rookie on the punt team. You might have been a rookie punter that year, like 2009, 2010. Yeah. But I came in during the training camp and a little bit of early in the season. Tom Moore had fake retired, him and Howard Mudd. And I remember what Peyton would do in those mornings, and so Kirk's doing that now. Kirk's understanding the offense now. He's understanding what can I do within the scheme. If the box count is favorable, I can just pop up and throw the ball to Justin Jefferson if I want to. I can run a quick slant. Like, he didn't have that ability before. We asked Gary Kubiak that. I was like, hey, can Kirk do what Peyton did? And he's like, no, I'm never going to let him call his own plays. Well, now you have a guy calling his own plays, and I think that's the big difference. Kirk is smart as hell. Like, you can't tell me a guy that went to Michigan State, even though Michigan State's not a smart school, went to Michigan State and just
hell yeah. It's a dumbass school, isn't it?
So stupid.
Good
time though.
Like,
great time there.
Jump a dude in a tunnel. Like, that's not smart.
Hey, Ron, that was going to happen though. Hey, Ron, you play football. You've been around football, forever. That guy runs up in the middle of their thing. That was, don't condone it. I don't condone it. Let's not fight. Let's not do that. What the fuck was going to happen, though? You know what I mean? Honestly, and that's
that was a stupid move. Like, just wait, let Michigan State get to the locker room and put Band-Aids on their wounds. He should have stayed out and waited.
The best football thing, Ron, the best football thing that Michigan State has done this year, I will say, is that they proved that they are a team. Mm-hmm. And they said, this guy cannot just swing his dick all over us after beating us in there. And I would argue that you should never fight anybody. Do not do that. What else was going to happen, though, with that tunnel? With how long it was just Michigan State? At some point, there was going to be a, you know what I mean?
End up here is the question.
Yeah, at some point there was going to be a batch. You know what I mean? Because he's running by like layers of them. It's like probably got like the bigger guys a little slower to the tunnel here. Mm-hmm. Then you got like groups, and it was a long. At some point, he was going to make it to a group that was not going to be about the shit. Yeah, exactly. I mean, not good.
It's the messed around, and he found out. He found out.
That fucking traffic. Back to your point, though. Kirk seems to be dominant, and also he's got legs. You saw him get the edge this past week. This is the best Kirk Cousins has ever been. And do you think Vikings fans are saying, hey, we want Kirk for the next 10 years now at this point? And was it ever like that before?
I don't know if it was ever like that before. I don't know if it's 10 years. I mean, the kid is 34. I think he's 34. So, I mean, honestly, though, if it's 4 years, you get him till he's 38. He's a really, he's not a guy that's going to be in the streets. Like, I remember when Reggie Wayne got married, and I can't remember where. I think it might have been Howard Mudd that said, man, the streets of Indianapolis are safer now because Reggie can't go out at night. Jesus. Hey, that coach's meeting room, man, we used to have some fun in there. I'm not
Tom Moore. Tom Moore was another man that was out and about. Me and Tom Moore were the only white people at a couple different places that I have seen him at. So you can go.
But when you look at Kirk Cousins, he's not out late. He's getting his sleep. He eats well at home. He's partnered up with Adam Thielen now, and he's doing the ETS workout stuff. He's a guy that's going to take care of his body. But he has to understand, TJ wants money. Hawkinson came here for money. Maybe he'll get it here. Justin Jefferson wants $200 million. We know he deserves it. That's awesome. You got to figure out Dalvin Cook's contract. You're going to have to re-sign Christian Darrisaw, your left tackle, because I think he's the future. So Kirk can't expect to make $35 million up until he's age 40. Like, he's got to talk to Tom Brady and say, hey, what did that $18 million signing bonus look like, and then $1 million for the year? Like, how did that do for you? I think it did pretty well, and so that's where Kirk's got to start doing some stuff like that to not hurt the salary cap in those, maybe this next couple of championship years.
Kirk is a businessman. We do know that. Incredible. Last question here for you, Ron. We appreciate your time. Go ahead, Tone.
Ron, a lot of talk around the Vikings. Is the offense?
I love the helmet, by the way, man. I love the helmet.
Whoa,
Tony, how did that get flipped?
Whoa.
Jesus Christ.
What helmet, Ron? Ron, you dry.
No logos, Ron. No logos, Ron. That's on me. That's my bad.